Am I ready?
So guys, oh,
So,
so
guys,
guys, if
you
you're
are
wondering,
wondering,
we got we
we
got
got
some
some
NFL
NFL
games
games
coming
coming
up.
up.
You guys, man,
Man,
y'all
I
better
better
stay
stay
tuned,
tuned.
boys. You better stay tuned. So I'm gonna be talking in my normal voice, playing music in this time. Wait, what? Show me all the NFL games. As you guys can see, these are the real games at the start. Out. Let me just say something right quick. As
As
you
you
can
can
see,
see,
the
the
first
first
game
game
in
in
the
the
my
mind
game is
is
the
the
wild
wild
card
card
Browns
Browns
and
and
Texans.
Texans.
Then
Then
at
at
7 o'clock
7
p.m.
p.m.
sharp,
sharp,
the
the
second
second
game
game
is
is
the
the
Dolphins
Dolphins
and
and
the
the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Now
Now
Siri
Siri
don't
don't
do
do
the
the
stupid
stupid.
stuff. Okay, stupid. The next AFC two teams are the Browns and the Steelers. The next
The next
two
two
teams
teams
are
are
the
the
Packers
Packers
and the
and the
Cowboys,
Cowboys,
followed
followed
by
by
the
the
Rams
Rams
and the
and the
Lions. And
and
the
the
final
final
wild
wild
card
card
team
team
is
is
the
the
Eagles
Eagles
and
and
the
the
Bucks.
Bucks.
Oh, yeah, I don't say anything. What? Nothing.
So
So we
we
got
got
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
my games,
migraines,
guys.
guys.
So
So
we
we
got
got
games
games
from the
from the
my
mind
game,
game,
games
games
from
from
the
the
real
real
game,
game.
and we're
We're
gonna
gonna
take
take
short
short
breaks.
breaks.
Yeah. And
And
then
then
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
ask
ask
y'all
y'all a
questions,
question,
not
not
on the
on the
speaker,
speaker,
but
but
on
on
a
a
regular
regular
voice.
voice.
All right, goodbye. Yeah, yeah, I know. So I am back, guys. Now, can you turn that down some? I'm not gonna use that speaker again. A little bit more down. Ugh. So what I was gonna say, guys, is I want you guys to vote. Who you think gonna win these wild card games? So, as you guys gonna see, we got the NFL's biggest, most games coming up, and I want y'all to vote the best NFL games. Possibly, some Madden stats gonna come out to say who's gonna win the real games, but now we're gonna look into the my games. So let me just look for some papers right quick. Some good papers. No exact help in this power, this world. So, looking for the mind game papers. Alright, it's going real good.
Go ahead and heal him, okay?
Where's the paper?
Right now. I'm just returning the favors, that's all.
Alright, guys, I'll be back. I'm gonna do it when I get back. I'm back, guys. So, about the mind game. You guys didn't see no glimpse on week 18. Let me march y'all brains back. Let me just march y'all brains back. Let me march y'all brains back. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to be quick, guys, because my mama, as you guys cannot tell, is being over right now. Freaking now. They didn't send it yet. Yeah, let me try to find these my game papers. I am about to switch runs because this is not looking too promising for me. But as you guys can see, the number 2 seed, San Francisco 49ers, is the number 3 seed, Atlanta Falcons for the my game. You guys can see the 49ers with the 2 seed, 3-5 finish against the 13-3. Wait, no, 13-5 versus the 13-3 Atlanta Falcons, who came in the 3rd seed. Now the 4th seed Chicago Bears, who finished 11-6, goes up against the 10-4 Packers, who come in 5th place. 7th seed Seattle clutched the playoffs at a 10-7 record, with playing against the Eagles at number 8 at a 10-7 record. This gonna be the 90-night game right here. Now for the AFC. The 2nd seed Kansas City Chiefs, who finished 10-6, will take on the 11-4 Ravens at the 3 seed. Now the 4th seed Buffalo Bills with the 10-5 record will take on the 5th seed 9-8 Jets. The 6th seed 10-7 Colts taking on the 8-10 7th seed Bengals. So these are gonna be big main games that is coming into my game. But first, we gotta show you guys CJ Stroud, you guys. CJ Stroud.
Yes, dude, but it's not for free. You have to give me money for that. Now here. That's mine. Give it back. Get it, buddy. Money first. That was weird.
Now you should give him back his ice cream. Alright, back to what I was doing before I got distracted by my mama watching this. So, now CJ Stroud, this year's status against the Colts. This guy had 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 INTs, with only a rating of 134.1. Against the Tennessee Titans, 75.0%, 213 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. He had no interceptions until his game against the Cardinals, where he had 3 interceptions in one game against the Bengals, where he had only 1 interception. But CJ Stroud, this whole year, has been doing his thing. Then now, CJ Stroud, draft year, he was the second overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft. The Heisman Trophy winner from Ohio State. The big quarterback. The big dang guy. The guy who came second place when Bryce came first place. This guy helped. CJ Stroud came out in this pick, and we gotta take a good look at this guy's highlights from later games that happened, because this guy was unimaginable. Oh my goodness. Alright, CJ Stroud. Let me just look for CJ Stroud's highlights, because I want to show you guys CJ Stroud's highlights. Alright, don't worry guys, ignore what that old lady watching, because she ain't helping really much. So ignore what she watching. I'm just joking guys, just ignore what she watching. So CJ Stroud, a quarterback who came out in the draft. This guy, when he came out, was cold, man. Who has anything to say about CJ Stroud? You guys should be right. Mama, do you have anything to say about CJ Stroud? Alright, we're going to ignore her because she's mad. But CJ Stroud, one of the best quarterbacks coming out of the league. One quarterback who reminds people of what a real quarterback of the highest risk should do. This guy came into the NFL playing like a pro quarterback, being great and being good. This guy is the reason why NFL has its history for Houston. Now, back in those times, Houston had a quarterback. They had David Mills, but David Mills could not lead them to the playoffs. It was basically nothing but a hopeless team that couldn't find their way into the playoffs until today with C.J. Stroud brought them. They did have a time where Deshaun Watson just brought them to the playoffs, but they really couldn't get through any other team. You would think their team would not get to the playoffs since C.J. Stroud is a rookie, and especially see the 0-2 record. But luckily, this guy turned it all around. C.J. Stroud basically beat Jacksonville, and now in the 10-7 in front the division. Trevor Lawrence, speaking of, you think he'd be in the front of the division, but Houston, a team with the best quarterback in history. Well, in college history. Man, making Houston a team that they was supposed to be in a few times. Well, I got another things to say. Only players that been like that was a Patriots. So we're gonna go back to start when Tom Brady was a rookie. Tom Brady. You may know this guy. Some of you may know this guy. Tom Brady. The guy who made life football make it to the life football in history. This guy, the one who lead the Bucks to their first Super Bowl in a lot of years, and a quarterback who lead the Patriots to 6 competitively Super Bowls, even a big comeback against Atlanta, traded to Tampa Bay, lead Tampa to the Super Bowl, and also retired with 7 Super Bowl rings. He got there with his rookie year. He showed NFL players what he could do in his rookie year. Because I'm pretty sure in his rookie year, this guy made it to the playoffs. When Drew Bledsoe got hurt, Tom Brady came into the NFL, showing everybody who was the boss. Now there's another quarterback that we got to talk about. Another quarterback up there with even Tom Brady himself. That is Patrick Mahomes. A guy who is honestly the quarterback who led his team so far into the playoffs. Now, Patrick Mahomes is so good when it comes to deep balls. When he kept on throwing it to Tyreek Hill, like that was the deep threat. Tyreek Hill. Every time you see Mahomes go deep back there, you think he'll throw it to Travis Kelce, but the guy who be back there is no one other than Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill be back there all day. You will see Tyreek Hill running so fast. You see Tyreek Hill just escaping all the defenses, but now you don't see that because he's playing for Miami. Even though the Chiefs aren't really looking the Chief fire as they used to be, they are still that same Kansas City team. Let's see how they fare against a Miami team. Also, we got to talk about the Dolphins a little more. The Dolphins, guys. The Dolphins. You can't be missing out on the Dolphins. Gotta talk about them a little more. We're gonna get to the mind game stuff for Good Morning Football. So we're not talking about the mind game stuff today. We're talking about the mind game stuff for before, like Good Morning Football and stuff. But they basically, this team is based, the Dolphins is based on a team that honestly are a great team. Now, their defense may not be as good like they like you guys think they offense are real pros, but they defense aren't really that good. Even though they did pick up Jalen Ramsey in the offseason, that Jalen Ramsey, that's not the only guy who led that team to where it's supposed to be. It was Tyreek Hill, Jaden Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa, Raheem Mostert, a lot of people the Dolphins signed that led them to a record that's looking good and nearly almost to the almost to a 1 seed and most likely almost to the division leaders. If they would have just won that one game against a great team like the Bills, they probably would have been in a wild. They would have probably been playing against not Kansas City, but who the Bills got to play. Now let's focus on the Buffalo Bills a little more. Focus on the Buffalo Bills. Now the Bills, we got a lot to say about them. Now we got a lot to say about them. How they made their biggest seasonal comeback in the season, guys. Buffalo, the Bills made their biggest comeback into football series, as they will be taking on the Steelers in a wild card, who clinched the playoffs by beating their division rivals. But we're not gonna speak about that. We're gonna speak about something little different. Now I know I see some of y'all Madden people playing Madden, trying to see who's gonna win. But meanwhile, we are talking about this right now. Josh Allen, the guy who been put on the cover of Madden, the guy who honestly we've been seeing as a pro quarterback who been in the playoffs, lead Buffalo into the playoffs, but cannot get over the Super Bowl hump. This year, if he could get through the wild card and get somewhere, he will be able to lead that team to the playoffs. He is one of them quarterbacks. He is a great quarterback. Then he got Stephon Diggs. Now Deontay Harris, David, Isaiah McKenzie. I think Isaiah McKenzie. Got a lot of players on your team. That's the point. Now, definitely got to focus on number one best team in the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens. One team that honestly, guys, basically, you think that this team wouldn't be going to the doing what they is doing now. First seed in the playoffs yet again. Lamar Jackson back at it again, bruh. Lamar Jackson back at it, trying to lead his team right back to how they were. Now we're going to go back to that 2019 team. That 2019 Ravens, where they was like the coldest team. Baltimore back in 2019, they led everything from basically finished 14 and 2 to literally Lamar Jackson getting Rookie of the Year. And I think it's called, oh my goodness, what is called again? Oh my goodness, it's some worse some worse stuff I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. But I'm gonna skip that part I was trying to say, because it's not coming out how I want it to come out, man. Come on. There we go, much better. So now it's coming out how I want it to come out. So what I'm trying to say is this guy is one of the best quarterbacks, leading Baltimore back to that number one seed, have home field advantage, and trying to get them to a Super Bowl. Matter of fact, if you guys are Baltimore fans You guys need to support your team. Odell Beckham, Lamar Jackson, and most greatest players in it. Now, definitely probably gotta play Kansas City. They're definitely one of the teams that you gotta play. You gotta play them hard. Mahomes may not be the guy that you see in usual playoffs games where you see him just throw that ball out to Tyreek Hill. You see that, but like you see a deep ball to Tyreek Hill, and that be it. But no, he does not have Tyreek Hill, but doesn't mean he could be doesn't mean he is not good. He still got Pacheco, Kelsey, Scantley, a lot of players they could throw it to. So teams got to be aware that even though you don't have Tyreek Hill, you got to have some men back there to get on the teams. Because we've been seeing some flag penalty stuff that been happening this year with Kansas City. And some are normal losing too. As we got to talk about Kansas City's worst L. And that is definitely to the Raiders. Humiliation. The Raiders basically just... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Raiders did the most damage out there. They started off by just pressuring Mahomes, knocking him off his boots, and then scoring with a rookie. That's basically incredible. And we're talking 9-5, dawg. He is still that same quarterback from 9-5. And the Raiders was able to pressure him, sack him, knock him down, send him right to 4 downs, and even come up with a pick 6, guys. And they was doing all this with number 4. Literally, a quarterback who is not even we never seen this guy in NFL history. He probably just came to college. I'm not the world commissioner of the NFL, and I'm not the guy who be talking on the news. So I don't know if I've been seeing him. This guy did automatic damage. He was controlling the whole game. The Raiders could have been in the playoffs today if they would have just started him. But some issues with their starting quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, not seeing Jimmy Garoppolo this year, and basically not having a team. They basically had nobody for them, and Jimmy G was always out injured. But we gotta also talk about how good the Raiders defense were. They was getting after that team 24/7. We seen the Chiefs did big things with Pacheco in that Bengals game. As Pacheco was just cutting down, eating all over the Bengals. Not even letting the Bengals tackle him, doing any of that. The Raiders wasn't letting it happen. The Raiders, like you guys just saw, the Raiders are literally making Mahomes scared of the backfield. How he made the mistake, dropped the ball. Raiders picked it up and scored a touchdown with it. Basically making sure Mahomes was not getting on top of that ball. Because they probably know if he would have got on top of the ball, they probably would have been in danger. A couple of minutes later, the pick 6, this guy shows Mahomes staring at him all the way until he runs to the end zone. And then, the funny part, Jones decides to snatch the ball from a fan. Well, not a fan, the guy who was trying to steal the ball from a family. But this is not even the best part itself. How he was just, I am Mahomes, down until he scores the touchdown. Literally. This was a big humiliation, but the Chiefs was able to fix the biggest humiliation by beating on the Bengals before sitting their backups and getting them into the playoffs. We don't know how this great team gonna do in the playoffs, but I'm pretty sure they could take the team back to the Super Bowl. That's if they could get through the challenges they're gonna be out there. Bills, Steelers, all the good teams. What? Mama, if you wish Now with Lamar Jackson around. All right, guys, who you think going to the Super Bowl? Where you think Kansas City take down the best MVP, Lamar Jackson? Or you think Lamar Jackson will show my mama and everybody out there to go to the Super Bowl, man?
Way better than Patrick Mahomes is way better than Lamar Jackson and you know it.
Oh, is that why he got a way better record than him? All right. So if they get eliminated by the Dolphins, then what you gonna say, Bean? All right, let me know in the comments below, guys. Who you guys think going to the Super Bowl?
Kansas City and the 49ers.
Kansas City not going.
Kansas City and the 49ers.
Well, it's up to you guys. My mom already said her pick. I'm pretty much going with the Ravens. The Ravens are the best team out there. Why not let Lamar Jackson take Mahomes' spot in the playoffs? Man, mama, you really think that Patrick Mahomes going to that Super Bowl? Get out of here. Get out of here.
That's how it was last time.
Mama, that's not why. It's obviously because this guy.
Kansas City and 49ers.
So if Ravens go, man, mama, this is exactly why the Chiefs did not go to the Super Bowl in 2021, and the Bucks didn't go to the Super Bowl in 21-21. Ain't gonna be no Kansas City. I'm sorry. Who you think, guys, going? You think it's gonna be the Ravens? You think it's gonna be the Chiefs? You think it's gonna be the Bills? You think who y'all think gonna go? They got a lot of teams out there. They'd be even luckier if they get through the freaking Dolphins. Cause I don't think they're getting that through that good team. But well, mama's just getting mad at other stupid stuff. We're just gonna say, got two good teams. Got a lot of good teams heading in the playoffs this year. Kansas City ain't going, mama. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna say this once. Tell us who you think going to the Super Bowl. Don't let my mama just sneak y'all into saying Kansas City. I know you guys probably want to see other teams like Baltimore. Don't listen to her. She just a too much Patrick Mahomes fan. She think Mahomes supposed to lead the NFL, run the NFL like Tom Brady. So don't listen to her. She just want Patrick Mahomes to go to the Super Bowl like he always do. So if y'all think Lamar Jackson going, stick with Lamar Jackson, because I'm with you through. Lamar Jackson could definitely lead his team. All he needs to do is, if he needs to run, he got the legs to run. If you need to escape out of pressure, you got the legs to escape out of pressure. If you want to do anything, you can throw that ball deep. You got playmakers. You got a lot of players that can make plays. If you literally want, if you want to see Lamar in that Super Bowl, all you got to say is Lamar. If you want to see Mahomes in the Super Bowl, all you got to say is Mahomes. If you want to see any other teams in the playoffs in the Super Bowl, all you got to say is them in the comments. Now we do need to check out the My Game schedule. Let's check out the My Game schedule. Here it is. Show me all the college football games. So I did tell you guys, in the CFP Championship, Washington lost to Michigan. The 15-0 team has remained undefeated, beating another undefeated team named Washington 13-34, basically showing them that they was the true team all along. Well, we did get a South Dakota State and a